everybody, my name is Chris, and the big news is here. We have our official confirmation of who is going to be our new Superman, our new Clark Kent. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. A hot review here. The Superman Legacy finds Lee's with David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan. And David Corenswet has been my top choice ever since I heard his name was up in the running, and the guy literally just looks like Clark Kent, aka Superman. Some people were hoping it was going to end up with Emma Mackey for Lois Lane, but I think James Gunn chose this pairing for a reason. Maybe they have the best chemistry with each other. So being completely honest with you guys, I'm extremely happy with this casting choice. I think it's great. I have seen some fan reactions and a lot of negativity and people going against this movie. I just really saying that because how much David Corenswet looks like a mini Henry Cavill. But really think about what you're saying. Who does Henry Cavill looks like? Superman. What you mean is David Corenswet looks like Superman. And of course, two actors cast to play in the same role, they're gonna look maybe similar to each other. Superman is supposed to have an iconic face structure, you know, that sharp good chin, that awesome hair. He can also curl up, and both Henry Cavill and David Corenswet share those Superman qualities. It's not really surprising to me the actors could end up looking alike. What you're really saying is this guy looks like Superman. And you know, from the little bits of footage I have seen of David Corenswet acting, I think he's great. I like him in Pearl. I like him also in We Own the Series, and I think he was good in Hollywood. Not the big standout on that ensemble in that show, but I think he had like I seen that is very similar of how Clark Kent or Superman will speak. So I found that very interesting, and I actually think he has the charm to put it off. And also with our Superman characters cast, we move on to the phase 2, where the debate begins about what Superman's suit should look like. Okay, I remember when Robert Pattinson was cast, and we started wondering what his suit would look like. A lot of people were hoping for the gray and blue suit. I'm thinking the version is that for this Superman casting, the fans like me who are going to want like the red chunks. And I'm curious why they didn't wait to announce this at Comic-Con, where all eyes will be on them, and the internet is waiting for a big announcement to drop. Just casually announcing it in the press and letting you know your super people makes me really wonder why they decided to do this way. Were they just afraid it was going to leak early? I mean, these names have already been tossed around quite significant in the past couple of days, and if not weeks. Now, while we jump over here to Lex Luthor. Now, we haven't heard much about it. The only person was rumored to be in the running was Nicholas Hoult, who also was in the running for the Superman role. And that was from different websites were reporting that. And it was going to be maybe Superman or Lex Luthor. More, we have some new names attached here. Now, here the article let us know that two brothers are currently competing for the role of Lex Luthor, Alexander Skarsgård and Bill Skarsgård. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think both of these actors are terrific. I saw Alexander Skarsgård in The Northman, where he was a real force to be reckoned with, and he will definitely have some of the physical presence that could maybe intimidate Superman. I know not necessarily in like a physical harmful way, but Les Luthor still needs to have that kind of a confidence against a man that could just kill him with just one punch. But being a fan media, though, we go to how could be a less a who could be Les Luthor. So we start to imagine what these guys would look like bald. So I look up in if any of them have been bald in any of the previous roles, and Alexander Skarsgård, this photo is about to make the rounds, my man, and I'm not sure what role was he playing or what was involved here, but this photo did not do him favors for me. Thinking he would look like good as ball Les Luthor. Of course, if they did it, they will get rid of those round edges there and just go full ball. And but I just keep thinking back to Bill Skarsgård here. Most of us know him as Pennywise, and he's a great Pennywise because of that role in him, like wearing clown makeup. I have seen him being fan cast as the Joker for so long, but sometimes feels like a bit of a lazy choice right there. I think sometimes the best casting is the actors that you don't expect to play these type of roles, and then blend themselves into them and blows away. Like we've seen it time and time again. It's debatable whether you thought Jesse Eisenberg was a great Les Luthor. I was actually up for that, and I like the idea of Mark Zuckerberg type of Les Luthor, but to me it just didn't end up working. So the performance, I went to with Bill Skarsgård, the I almost thought it could fit like Les Luthor is the most recent one from him in John Wick 4. He suited up in an intimidating figure and works as almost as a businessman. He's a lot more of a Winnie Todd, but you could take that away from Les Luthor because Les Luthor needs to be that kind of a guy that can shake your hand, that can win a room over and get in front of a mic and just talk to an entire nation into thinking he's a great guy. And not to where they vote for him as president, but behind closed doors, this man is diabolical. Now, this man is planning something, and I feel Bill Skarsgård has shown us enough of that range that you could go. Like with Barbarian, he plays a sweet innocent man where you're wondering is this guy is up to something, and then you go to that John Wick 4 role, and I can really see him blending into that. But honestly, my preferred choice for this will be Alexander Skarsgård. Now, honestly, just keep the hair, man. And his previous work with in Succession, stellar. So we'll see. But I think any of them would be great. But personally, I'm rooting for Alexander Skarsgård. So we'll see. Now, Also, one of the articles tells us about what we can expect from Superman Legacy. So here in the article, they mention there are also other heroes to cast, such as members of a superhero group named the Authority. Part of the new storyline is Superman joining a world in which superheroes already exist. That's kind of a big clue of what we can expect from Superman Legacy. And also James Gunn has responded and said they are miles and miles away from the casting of the new Batman in this new DCU. So those are my thoughts on the casting of David Corenswet as Superman and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. I think it's really excellent casting here. So what are your thoughts on those casting? Comment down below. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.